Kevin, obviously tight game going into halftime, and then you have a big third quarter, and you guys kind of get separation. What was the difference to you in the second half?
We just stayed the course. I mean, I felt like we got good looks in the first half. We did a decent job getting stops, but I think we ratcheted the defense up in the third quarter. And along with, our offense going to another level, 24 points is pretty ideal for a quarter, especially with, one of the best offensive teams in the league. I think we did a solid job on the defensive side in that third. And, I seen the opening there, and I just try to finish my shots.
And you seem to be more riled up than usual, the way you were egging on the crowd and everything. I mean, just what was behind that tonight?
I mean, y'all say that every game. It's probably just who I am at this point. I mean, always riled up. I like playing. I enjoy the competition that's out there. It's one of the best teams in the league. Got some great players on this team. So they bring the best out of you. I just try to be there for my guys and feed off the crowd, and I want the crowd to feed off me as well.
Have you only been doing this recently? Or that goes way back?
I just started seeing it. People may be just focusing on me a little bit more lately, I guess.
Kevin, do you enjoy when opposing defenders trash talk you, or people on the opposing bench trash talk? Does that give you fuel?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I think that's just part of the game. I think that's the true essence of the game, is that dialogue that goes on around the court. We all seen it and playing in the blacktops and in the high school gyms. It's like that conversation around the court is always fun and is always positive. I mean, it's just always a good vibe, So sometimes I like to indulge in that while I'm playing.
And second, just what does it mean to you when you're on the bench and your team outscores the Jazz in those minutes that you're resting?
It's just amazing. Every player loves that when you're on the bench and your guys are just turning up like that. I mean, Patty came and hit some huge shots. I'm so proud of Blake and how he's just a consummate pro. I haven't played damn near the whole month, come out, hit, 9 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, just did everything for us in his minutes. And, so just happy that we got guys on his team that stay ready and want to go out there and destroy opponents. I know if we get up 10 or 12, you're looking for Patty to try to shoot a three to take it up a notch. So I appreciate that.
Kevin, you guys obviously have Memphis coming up in a couple days. When you watch Ja's game, does he remind you of anybody you've seen through the years?
He's a combination of players. I feel. I think the greatest players in our game can transform into anybody at any given point, and I think Ja's on the way to that. I mean, I see, like when he playing, I see like 2 or 3, 4 different Hall of Famers in his game. From Iverson to he might make a Jordan-like layup, or he might run down the court like a Westbrook or D Rose, and his float game is up there with some of the best that's ever played. So he's just I don't want to gas him up too much since we playing against him, but I think the sky's the limit for him. His future is obviously bright, and he makes everybody better playing against him, even opponents. So it's about the level you approach that game with, and I'm looking forward to it.
Are you surprised how quickly that team has come together the way that they have?
Nah, I'm not. I mean, when you look at the collection of guys they have, all hard-nosed guys with chips on their shoulders, and they well coached. And then when you got a future Hall of Famer at the head of the snake, he just makes everybody better. So you got the addition of Steven Adams, you got Kyle Anderson, you got Tyus Jones, solid veteran players that can help, some of the younger guys in the league. So, I think they got a good mixture of players on their team.
Bruce and Nick bring kind of so much defensive energy. When you've got them out there together, like you did at the start tonight, or what's that impact?
It's just everything, just their energy, effort, just their enthusiasm for getting stops and running out, getting easy baskets. That's what we need. You see how fast Bruce is pushing the ball now. You see how Nick is playing around the rim. He's not just catching lobs. He's finishing around with both hands, getting and one. So his game is expanding as well, and we're going to need that going forward.
Kevin, you guys have won 6 of the last 7 games, and then 3 of the last 4 games in New York that Kyrie hasn't been able to play in. Just what's been working?
And we lost that one off the buzzer. I'm still hot at that one, but my fault. Go ahead. What's been working? I just think we were rallying around each other. We're making big plays. we're just doing it together more than anything. It's just a collective effort. You see Seth went down tonight, and Kessler came in and did a great job on the ball defensively. Then you see, Cam come in without Drum, Blake and Clax play well, so it's good that people get an opportunity to play, but it's good to have like a, deep team like that we can throw guys in that's been in the fire before. So we'll see what happens next game.
Feels like we've asked you this a couple times this year, but you just passed Jerry West on the all-time scoring list tonight. I mean, a guy obviously you have a relationship with. Just a thought on that?
Yeah, I told somebody, winning the championship with Jerry and having conversations with him and just knowing the history of who he is and how he, helped kickstart the NBA. Basically, it's an honor. He's just a legend in the game, legend in our sport, almost like the godfather of our sport. So good to see him still back around the game, but it's even better to pass him. Because next time I see him, I'm gonna give him a little shit about it. It's great to be amongst the all-time great players in this league.
On that note, on trash talk, how much are you fueled by that on the basketball court?
Just like I said, I enjoy playing. I enjoy other players who approach the game that way. If that's what gets you going, then I appreciate it and I respect it. And I approach it how I approach it. Sometimes I like trash talk. Sometimes I like to be silent out there. It just depends on my mood and how I feel throughout a game. But I'm prepared for anything.